In this video, I'll show you the 10 biggest mistakes most people make in the gym. Stay till the end, and tell me, how many of these 10 mistakes are you guilty of? Most people don't even realize they're making these 10 gym mistakes. Watch till the end and find out how many you're doing without knowing. Welcome back to Global Fit Journey. Before we jump in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss the powerful fitness tips we drop every week. Let's grow stronger together.
All right, let's talk about the 10 most common gym mistakes. We're gonna get right into it because these are the things that could be quietly killing your progress, even when you feel like you're working your hardest.
Does this feel familiar? You're showing up, you're putting in the hours, but you're just not seeing the changes you want. It feels like you've hit a wall, a plateau. Well, the good news is you're not stuck. The fix is usually just a few simple tweaks away. So first things first, let's talk about the bookends of your workout. What you do before you even touch a weight and what you do after you're done. That's every bit as important as the workout itself. This is your foundation. Get this right and everything else gets better. Okay, mistake number one, and it's a huge one, jumping straight into your heaviest set with cold muscles. A simple 5-minute warm-up is all you need. We're talking some dynamic stretches to get loose, some band pull-aparts to wake up your shoulders, and a little bit of light cardio. It gets the blood flowing, prepares your joints, and seriously reduces your risk of injury. Seriously, this is non-negotiable. Now, for a point that happens entirely outside the gym. We've all heard this saying, right? You can't out-train a bad diet. And you know what? It's the absolute truth. You can destroy yourself in the gym for an hour, but you can undo all of that hard work in just 5 minutes in the kitchen. And if you need a number to really drive that home, here it is. A staggering 70% of your progress comes down to your nutrition. Just think about that for a second. 70%. You could have the most perfect, scientifically designed workout plan on the planet, but if your diet's a mess, you're leaving the majority of your results on the table. Fueling your body right isn't a side quest, it's the main mission. The final piece of our foundation is recovery. Here's the secret. You don't actually get stronger in the gym. You get stronger when you rest. Lifting weights creates tiny micro tears in your muscles. It's during sleep, with plenty of water and on your rest days that your body gets to work, repairing those tears and building your muscles back up, bigger and stronger than before. If you skip recovery, you're just breaking yourself down without ever building back up. So, with a solid foundation in place, let's get into the work itself. Because just moving weight from point A to point B isn't enough. It's all about how you lift. It's about intention. It's about precision. And that brings us to a big one, ego lifting. Come on, we've all seen it. The person who loads up the bar with way too much weight and their form just completely falls apart. That's not building muscle, that's just building your risk of a serious injury. Smart lifting means dropping the ego, picking a weight you can actually control for the entire movement and focusing on perfect form. This ties directly into using a full range of motion. Cutting your reps short is such a common mistake. There's a great saying, half reps equal half results, and it's true. To get the most out of an exercise, you need to move that weight through its full intended path. A deep stretch at the bottom and a powerful squeeze at the top. That's how you make sure you're using every single muscle fiber you can. So how do you make every single rep count? You develop a mind-muscle connection. Now this isn't some kind of mystical voodoo. It's just active focus. Instead of zoning out and just going through the motions, you have to consciously think about the exact muscle you're trying to work. Feel it squeeze. Feel it stretch. Lifting mindlessly is basically a wasted effort. Okay, so we've covered the foundation and we've covered the execution. Now let's zoom out and talk strategy. Because having a real long-term plan is what separates people who make consistent progress from those who are just, spinning their wheels at the gym. Really, the entire goal of getting stronger boils down to this one simple principle: progressive overload. All it means is that to keep growing, you have to keep making your workouts a little bit harder over time. That might mean adding a little more weight, doing one more rep than last time, or even just taking shorter rest periods. You have to give your body a reason to adapt and get stronger. And how on earth do you know if you're doing that? Well, this quote says it all. If you're not tracking, you're guessing.
If you walk into the gym today with no idea what weights or reps you did last week, you're just hoping for progress. A simple notebook or a tracking app on your phone, that's one of the most powerful tools you can have. It turns guesswork into a real plan. And speaking of that plan, it absolutely has to be balanced. We've all seen the meme, right? Don't be the guy with big arms and chicken legs. Skipping leg day is a classic mistake. Your legs are literally the foundation of your entire body's strength. Working them hard even helps with overall hormone production. A strong physique is a balanced physique, period.
And finally, your plan has to be your plan. It's so easy to see what some fitness influencer is doing online or copy the biggest guy in your gym. But their goals, their genetics, their lifestyle, their recovery, it's all different from yours. What works for them might not work for you. It might even get you hurt. Fitness is a personal journey, not a one-size-fits-all race. This brings us to our final and, honestly, our most important section. You could fix your warm-up. You could perfect your form. You could track every single lift. But none of it will matter if you make this one single ultimate mistake.
And there it is. The single biggest reason people fail to reach their fitness goals is that they quit too soon. Real, lasting change doesn't happen in a week or even a month. It takes time. This is a long game, and it requires a ton of patience. So, the ultimate fix, the secret sauce, is this. Stay consistent, stay disciplined, and trust the process. Look, motivation is great, but it comes and goes. Discipline is what gets you in the car and to the gym on those days you really don't feel like it. You have to trust that all those small, consistent efforts you're making are adding up, compounding day after day into the big results you want.
So there you have it. That's our breakdown. And as we went through this list, I'm willing to bet there was one, or maybe even two, that really hit home for you. So the real question is, what's the one mistake you're going to fix starting today to get yourself off that plateau and back on the path to progress?
You know, we all walk into the gym with a goal, right? We want to get stronger, look better, feel better. We put in the work, we sweat, but what happens when the results just don't show up? And that frustration, it's real. And that's exactly what we're going to tackle today. I mean, just think about that for a second. What if the problem isn't your effort at all? What if it's just a few tiny, super common mistakes that you're making, and you don't even know it? Let's see if any of this sounds familiar to you.
And look, let's be super clear here. We're not just talking about some minor tweaks. These are the kinds of errors that can bring your progress to a screeching halt, put you on the fast track to getting hurt, and yeah, they can absolutely kill your gains.
All right, so let's dive right in. We're calling this section the Gains Killers. We're about to pull back the curtain on those sneaky little things sabotaging your gym routine. And even better, we're going to give you the exact playbook on how to beat them.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the absolute foundation of everything you do in the gym, your form. Because trust me on this, how you move that weight is so much more important than how much weight you're actually moving.
All right, mistake number one, skipping the warm-up. And look, I get it. You're busy, you're short on time, you just want to get to the main event. But skipping your warm-up? Come on. That's kind of like taking a cold rubber band and just yanking on it, hoping it won't snap. It's one of the fastest tickets to the sidelines with an injury.
But the good news is the fix is super simple. And honestly, it's non-negotiable. You're going to start with about 5 minutes of light cardio. Think bike, treadmill, whatever, just to get the blood flowing. Then you move into dynamic stretching. We're talking leg swings, arm circles. We want to get the body moving, not just holding some static pose. And finally, step 3 is activation exercises. Things like glute bridges if it's leg day, or band pull-aparts for upper body. You're basically sending a little memo to your body, telling it what's about to go down.
Okay, mistake number 2, using bad form. The classic ego lift. We've all seen it, or hey, maybe we've all done it at some point. You know the one, loading up the bar way too heavy and then using your back, your hips, and maybe a little prayer to get it to move. But here's the honest truth. That number on the side of the dumbbell, it means absolutely nothing if your form is a mess.
And this right here is the perfect example. You see it on the left, all jerky momentum, bad posture. And on the right, that's the fix. It's simple. You drop the weight a bit, you control the entire movement, up and down, and you actually focus on feeling the muscle that you're trying to work. That, my friends, is where the real growth happens.
And that leads us right into mistake number 3, rushing your reps. This is so closely tied to bad form. When you rush, you're robbing your muscles of what we call time under tension, which is like the main ingredient for growth. You stop being a muscle builder and you just become, well, a weight mover.
And here's the big takeaway on this one. It's not about how many reps you do, it's about the quality of every single one. So slow it down. Feel that stretch on the way down. Give a good squeeze at the top of the movement. That control is what creates the stress in the muscle that forces your body to say, whoa, okay, I need to rebuild this stronger for next time.
All right, so we've totally nailed down the importance of form. But here's the thing, perfect form doesn't mean much if your actual game plan is flawed.
Quick reminder, more than 50% of you watching right now aren't subscribed. If you're learning something new or getting value today, take 1 second and hit subscribe. It motivates us to keep creating better fitness videos for you.
So let's get into the strategy behind your workouts.
So, mistake number 4, ignoring progressive overload. Now, if you have ever hit a plateau where you just stop seeing results, you need to listen to this, because this is almost always why. Progressive overload is basically the #1 rule of getting stronger. Your body's it's amazing at adapting. If you don't keep asking it to do a little bit more than it's used to, well, it has absolutely no reason to change.
So you got to take an honest look at your workouts. Are you stuck in that comfort zone? Lifting the exact same weight for the exact same reps week in and week out. The fix couldn't be simpler. You have to challenge yourself, just a little. Add 5 pounds to the bar. Push for 1 more rep than you did last time. Cut your rest time by 10 seconds. The goal is just to make today a tiny bit harder than last time. Okay, mistake number 5, doing only cardio. This is a huge one, especially for anyone whose main goal is fat loss. So many people fall into the trap of thinking that hours and hours on the treadmill is the magic bullet. And don't get me wrong, cardio is amazing for your heart health, but it doesn't build the one thing that really turns your body into a 24/7 calorie burning machine, and that's muscle.
And this chart really just spells it out, doesn't it? Having more muscle literally means you have a higher metabolism when you're just sitting on the couch. You burn more calories doing nothing. And as you can see right here, when you combine strength training and cardio, the effect isn't just added together, it's multiplied. It's the absolute best way to change your body composition.
All right, now let's talk about mistake number 6, which is kind of the complete opposite problem, overtraining. This is for all you more is always better people out there. Hitting the gym 7 days a week for 2-hour marathon sessions. I know it sounds hardcore, but it's actually slowing you down. Here's a huge mindset shift for you. You don't build muscle in the gym, you stimulate it there. The actual building happens when you rest and recover.
And we're not just talking about feeling a little sleepy. The consequences are actually pretty serious. We're talking a way higher risk of injury, your hormones getting all out of whack, total mental burnout, and the biggest irony of all, your progress just stops. So please remember this. Rest days are not lazy. Rest days are productive days.
And that brings us perfectly to mistake number 7, neglecting recovery and nutrition. We have to talk about the other 23 hours of your day. Think of your workout like it's just the spark. The real fire that forges new muscle, that's fueled by what you eat and how you sleep. If you neglect those, you're just constantly breaking your body down without ever giving it the raw materials it needs to build itself back up stronger.
I really want this definition to sink in. Recovery is not a passive thing. It's not just the time you're not training. It is an active process. It is literally the process where all your hard work in the gym actually pays off. I love this analogy. The gym is where you place the order for new muscle, but sleep and nutrition, that's the delivery service that actually brings it to your door.
Okay, so we've gone deep on the mistakes in your form and the flaws in your plan. Now let's wrap this all up. Let's put it all together into a simple but really powerful framework that's gonna help you level up your workouts for good.
Honestly, if you only remember one single thing from our chat today, please let it be this. Anyone can go to the gym and just make themselves tired. That's easy. The real goal is to be effective. It's all about working smarter, not just grinding harder. So here they are, your new gym rules. Super simple, but incredibly powerful. Rule number 1, master your form first, before you even think about piling on the weight. Rule 2, always follow a plan that builds in progressive overload. And rule 3, treat your recovery time with the exact same respect and importance as your training time. But listen, all this knowledge is totally useless if you don't do anything with it. So I'm gonna leave you with a question. Looking back at everything we just talked about, which one of these fixes are you going to put into action in your very next workout? Don't try to do them all at once, just pick one and start there.
All right, let's talk about something I bet everyone who's ever stepped foot in a gym can relate to: We're gonna break down 10 super common mistakes that might just be that invisible wall holding you back from seeing the results you really want. So let's dive in. So, does this feel familiar? You're showing up, you're putting in the hours, but the scale isn't moving, the weights aren't going up, you've just hit a plateau. It's so frustrating, right? But the good news is, the fix is often way simpler than you think. We're gonna lay out a clear path to get you moving forward again. First things first, let's talk about the foundation. So many of us think the workout itself is the only thing that matters. But honestly, what you do right before you left and right after you're done is just as critical for making any real lasting progress. Okay, mistake number 1, it's a classic. You walk into the gym and head straight for the heavy weights. Your muscles are cold. They're just not ready for that. A quick 5-minute warm-up is an absolute game changer. I'm talking dynamic stretches to get your joints loose, some band pull-aparts to pump blood into your shoulders, or just a few minutes of light cardio. This isn't just about preventing injury, it's about priming your body to perform at its peak. Okay, now we gotta talk about what's happening outside the gym because, man, this quote just says it all. You can have the most dialed-in, perfect workout plan on the planet, but if your nutrition is a mess, you are basically spinning your wheels and canceling out all that hard work. And get this number. It's kind of mind-blowing. Your nutrition can be responsible for up to 70% of your results. And it's not just about counting calories. It's about giving your body the right fuel. You need lean protein to actually build the muscle, you need good carbs for energy, and you need healthy fats to keep everything running smoothly. You know, think grilled chicken and sweet potatoes, not just a sad protein bar on the way home. And the last piece of this whole foundation puzzle, it's recovery. It's so easy to get caught in that more is better trap, thinking you have to crush it 7 days a week. But here's the secret, your muscles don't grow in the gym. They grow and get stronger when you're resting. The 3 pillars are simple, but they are absolutely crucial. Get enough sleep, drink your water, and please, give your muscles time to actually rebuild. All right, foundation's set. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty, the work itself. Because this is where quality crushes quantity every single time. It's all about how you lift the weight. The ego lift. We've all seen it, right? Maybe we've even been guilty of it a time or two. Throwing way too much weight on the bar, using terrible form. Look, all that does is boost your ego. It does not build your muscles. Real strength is built when you drop the weight, control every single part of the repetition, and focus on absolutely perfect form. And this next one is tied directly to good form, your range of motion. Doing little half reps only cheats yourself. The caption here says it perfectly. Half reps equal half results. It's true. To get everything you can out of an exercise, you've got to move through that full range of motion. You want to stretch the muscle at the bottom and squeeze it hard at the top. That's how you activate all those muscle fibers. So I want you to ask yourself this the next time you're lifting. Are you just moving a weight from point A to point B, or are you actually feeling the target muscle do the work? Just mindlessly going through the motions won't get you very far. It's all about that mind-muscle connection. You have to really focus, feel that muscle contract and stretch on every single rep. That focus is what really stimulates growth. Okay, let's pull back a bit for our final set of mistakes. You can have a solid foundation and perfect form, but if you don't have a smart long-term strategy, you're eventually going to stall out. This is all about turning random gym sessions into an actual plan. Look, the bedrock, the absolute cornerstone of getting stronger is a principle called progressive overload. It's simple. Your body's smart, it adapts. So to keep growing, you have to keep challenging it. That means gradually adding a little more weight or an extra rep or another set over time. But you can't do that if you have no idea what you did last time. And yeah, this quote just hits the nail on the head. If you're not tracking your workouts, you're just guessing. And you can't systematically get stronger by guessing. It doesn't have to be some complex spreadsheet either. A simple notebook or an app on your phone is all you need to jot down your exercises, sets, reps, and the weight you used. Come on, let's be real. We all know that guy, right? The one with the big arms and, well, chicken legs. Skipping leg day is a huge strategic error. It's not optional. Training your legs is about more than just looking balanced. It builds the foundation for your entire body's strength. It improves your balance, and it even helps boost the key hormones that help you build muscle everywhere else. And this one is huge. You gotta stop copying other people. The workout you see some influencer doing online or what your super fit friend does, it might not be the right fit for your body, your goals, or your ability to recover. This isn't a race. Your journey is yours alone, so stick to a plan that works for you and progress at your own pace. So we've gone through 9 big mistakes, but this last one, this final one, it's honestly the most important of them all. It's the one mistake that can make everything else we just talked about completely pointless if you get it wrong. And here it is, plain and simple. The single biggest mistake anyone makes is quitting before they ever see the real results. Here's the truth. Real lasting change takes time. It takes months and years of consistency, not just days and weeks. So many people give up right before the real transformation is about to happen. So you see, the ultimate fix isn't some secret exercise. It's a complete mindset shift. It's all about this right here. Staying consistent, even on the days you don't feel like it. Staying disciplined when life inevitably gets busy. And maybe most importantly, learning to trust the process. So, as we wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with a question. Think back on everything we just covered. Don't get overwhelmed and try to fix it all at once. Just pick one. What is the one mistake from this list that you can commit to fixing starting today? Because that one small change, that's the first step to unlocking all the progress you've been working for.
Thank you for watching today's episode. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps the channel grow and allows us to bring you even more effective workout tips. See you in the next one. Stay strong, stay consistent.